improve on. Not so many walks. He has walked 34 batters in 70 2/3 innings. That's average just over 4 walks per 9. And it gets strike 1. That's also a very important key.
And now strike 2.
Liriano making his second career start against the Pirates. He pitched against Ian Snell, his mound opponent here tonight in Pittsburgh back in 2006. Ended up winning that ball game, and then 4 more that year in interleague play. So we talked to Dick a lot about, the Twins' success in interleague play. I mean, Perkins, we had him last night. He was 2-0 in interleague play. A lot of success by the pitchers, and maybe, a jump start for some of these pitchers to face different batters, especially the National Leaguers. A lot of success.
Fastball sails wide, and it's 1-2. McCutchen, Morgan, Sanchez, a lot of speed in the top of the Pittsburgh lineup. Not a whole lot of power in their lineup. And McCutchen fouls it off a leg.
Yeah, that slider going in on McCutchen right there. One thing we talked about, Liriano working the outer half of the plate, and that's going to make that slider and fastball inside that much better. He's coming off a no decision in his last start in Oakland. He pitched a quality start, 6 innings, gave up 3 runs.
Got him with what looked to be the changeup. 1 away. Northland Ford defense for your Minnesota Twins. Delman Young in left, Carlos Gomez in center, Michael Kanider in right, Creedy, Harris, Punto, and Morneau around the infield, Bauer behind the plate, and until we tell you otherwise, that's the lineup I think we'll see a lot of.
As long as they stay healthy.
As long as they stay healthy. Morgan takes a fastball and strike 1. Morgan accounted for the 2 Pittsburgh runs last night with his second major league home run.
Yeah, he just got a fastball up from Glenn Perkins, hit it over the baggie out in right field. Morgan is speedster, 28 years old, signed by the Pirates in his 3rd season at the major league level with the Pirates. Leads the Pirates with 15 stolen bases.
Driven to center. Gomez hustling back and makes a running catch. Morgan gave it a ride, and Gomez tracked it all the way for out number 2.
Well, you need good defense. We saw in last night's ball game, Joe Creedy, the first batter, McCutchen, slapped that ball, down that 3rd base line. And Creedy made a great play for the first out right there. Good defense by Gomez behind Liriano.
And now Sanchez. Just off the outside corner, ball 1. One for 5 last night. About 3 weeks ago, Sanchez had a 6-hit game for the Pirates.
He's a good hitter, career 300 hitter coming into this season, his 6th season with the Pirates. Came up with the Boston Red Sox back in 2002, up and down for a couple years, and found a home here in Pittsburgh.
2-1.
2-time National League All-Star back in 2006 and 7 for the Pirates.
And rolled foul to even the count.
Perry Hill, the first base coach. Kind of got out of the way of that. Tony Beasley over at 3rd.
And that's through Liriano and into center field. Sanchez on a 2-2 pitch spanks the first hit of the ball game.
Well, Sanchez just a good hitter. He won the National League batting title back in 2006 with the Pirates when he hit .344. Like a changeup right here, and he took it right back up the middle.
That'll bring up Adam LaRoche. Sanchez not much of a base stealer. He will get a handful maybe during the course of the season. Doesn't figure to take off here with LaRoche, the cleanup hitter, taking ball 1.
And Liriano does a pretty good job of holding runners on. He does have that high leg kick. Sometimes he'll go to the slide step. But with 2 outs here, your concentration needs to be at the guy at home plate, not as much as a runner at first.
Swing and a miss. 1-1.
Well, Liriano looking for his 3rd win of the year. And it's been a while for Liriano for a win. His last win came here on May 9th against the Seattle Mariners.
High fly ball to center. And Gomez retreats a couple of steps and ends the inning. Good inning for Liriano. Throwing 17 pitches, facing just 4 men. Ribs out there at Famous Dave's Shack. They sent some up here.
Yeah, begging cow. It works, doesn't it?
It works sometimes. We want to thank the folks at Famous Dave's. Here's Ron Gardenhire's Menard's batting order for Game 2 of this series. Brendan Harris in the leadoff spot, then red hot Joe Mauer, Justin Morneau, Jason Kubel, Joe Crede, Michael Cuddyer hitting very well here at home. Then Delman Young, Carlos Gomez, and Nick Punto.
And it's got a report on Ian Snell making his 14th start, looking for only his 2nd win of the year. His only win of the year came in Pittsburgh against the Atlanta Braves back on April 18th. And walks have been an issue for him, too. He's 0-5 with a 5.56 ERA over his last 10 starts.
Yeah, his last win, as you said, nearly 2 months ago. Here's Brendan Harris. And there is ball 1.
Snell, a fastball. He's got some movement on that fastball. Hard slider and a changeup type pitcher.
Little pop-up, short right field. Sanchez out. And Sanchez has to make the catch in front of Delwan Young, who didn't see the ball last night, didn't look to see that one either.
Well, you go out as a middle infielder right there. Young's going to be talking to Sanchez. You go out as a middle infielder until you hear that outfielder call you off. And Sanchez keeping his eye on the ball. Remember, you can't take your eye off that ball. And right there, really cutting in front of Young to make the catch. So good concentration right there by Sanchez.
Here's Mauer, who put together a 4-for-4 night last night. 3 singles up the middle and a double into the right field corner. And he takes outside a ball.
Joe Crede, the only position player to face Ian Snell before. Snell pitching against the Twins back in 2006.
2-0. Hitting .600 against National League teams. hits the inside corner, 2-1. Snell ready to go, facing Mauer, knowing that Morneau is on deck. As difficult as it is to believe, we're dealing with a player in Mauer who's made baseball history already at a very young age. And he takes strike two. First American League catcher to ever win a batting title, and he's won two. And incredibly, it seems as if he's taken his game to a higher level. The addition of power and the addition at the same time of 100 points on his batting average. 2-2. And he hasn't swung the bat yet, and now has a full count.
Well, he has such good patience at the plate. You know, Ron Coomer in the pregame talked about it. The balance that he's able to generate and the quickness in those hands.
I think a lot of people thought, well, if Joe ever does hit for power, it'll come at the expense of his batting average, and just the opposite has happened. He's hit for more power and for a higher batting average so far. Full count to Mauer. And a foul back.
I think what helps Joe too so well is that he's such a good eye at the plate. 24 walks, only 21 strikeouts.
Snell's seventh pitch to Mauer. And there'll be another one. 24 walks, 21 strikeouts. An on-base percentage of nearly 500. A batting average of over 400. A slugging percentage of over 750. Another 3-2 to Mauer.
Diaz sitting down and away.
Liner to left, and he hit it too hard. One down. After all of that, all the pitches he saw, took, fouled a couple off, he hits a bullet to Morgan for out number two. Let's take a look at the Pirate defense headed by Freddie Sanchez, who's made just one error at second base. Defense brought to you by Northland Ford.
Yeah, the Twins have the fewest errors in all of baseball with 24, the Phillies 25, and then you have the Pirates with 26 errors. So both these clubs here tonight very good defensively.
1-0 to Morneau. Drove in a run with a broken bat single last night. Trying for that outside corner again and missing. It's 2-0.
Not missing by much. Lance Barksdale, the home plate umpire.
And now at the knees, 2-1.
Ichiro Suzuki leading the American League in hitting at 354. Justin Ford coming into this plate appearance hitting at 329.
Some tabulations have Mauer leading the American League in hitting because he's 21 plate appearances short. And if he went 0 for 21, he would still. There's another called strike, and Morneau is going to have to come back with a full count. If he were to go 0 for 21, he still would be leading Ichiro in the batting race. And that's important to consider because come season's end, if necessary, that will be factored in. You do not need 502 plate appearances. If you only have 488, they will figure out the 0 for 4 and see where you set. So what we've been saying all along technically is not true. You need to, You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you have 490 at plate appearances and you're 12 short, then they would factor in an 0 for 12 and see where your batting average would be.
So there is no minimum of a 500.
No, that's the way I understand it. So for the tabulations that have Mauer leading the league, that's accurately the way it should be done. Morneau finally draws his walk, and Kubel takes ball one. Kubel with good numbers across the board. Much better numbers this year against right-handed pitching. And he gets a base hit to right. Morneau will hold up at second base. And the Twins have runners at first and second with 2 away for Joe Crede. Tonight's game on Fox Sports North is also being presented in high definition. For a complete listing of HD cable providers, go to foxsports.com, keyword North. Twins trying to put together a 2-out rally in the first. Here's Joe Crede. To center field, and McCutchen to make the catch. Twins get a 2-out walk and a 2-out single and leave 2 aboard. No score after 1.
Minnesota made another roster move, putting Denard Span on the 15-day disabled list with an inner ear infection. They also called up outfielder Jason Pridey. And Pridey said he was in a hotel room in Columbus, Ohio last night. That's where the AAA Red Wings were playing. And he said he got the call at 11:45 last night that he would be getting called up. He said he didn't sleep well. That's expected. Said he kept waking up and thinking about being here at the Metrodome tonight. And I asked him if he got a chance to call some friends and family last night, or if it was a little too late. He said, I called everyone. I was looking for more people to call. Dick and Bert, Jason Pridey is an excited guy. And he told me to know that I was the one that they wanted to call up. That is a great feeling.
Well, thank you very much, Marnie. Pridey, of course, was up last year. This glut of outfielders that the Twins had at the start of the year with Span out, Cuddyer just back into the lineup. Talked to Denard today. He feels a little bit better, but he still figures he's a ways away from feeling 100%. And the one thing he wants everybody to understand is he's been battling this for about a month. This isn't just something that he had and he got completely rid of and then it resurfaced. It's been an ongoing thing for him, so it's going to very likely take a while to get that thing knocked out. One quick out, and here's Eric Hinske.
Hinske, the American League Rookie of the Year when he was with the Toronto Blue Jays back in 2002. Now in his first season with the Pittsburgh Pirates. Last year with the Tampa Bay Rays. Before that, the Boston Red Sox.
As you see, we'll have Glenn Perkins with us in a few innings to talk about his win last night. That's a called strike, 2-2 to Hinske. Three and two. Hinske won the Rookie of the Year as the third baseman. He's played some at first, played some in the outfield. Hooks this one deep down the right field line, but foul. Full count, Liriano to Hinske with one away in the second. Got him looking. Hinske thought it was high. Liriano got the call, 2 away.
Well, Liriano picks up his second strikeout. Take a look at this breaking ball right here. Joe wants it down and away, but it broke pretty much down the heart of the plate. Hinske probably looking fastball, a little spinner right there. Picks up his second strikeout.
First pitch to Andy LaRoche is tapped foul, 1 strike. Peel ball 1-1. Delphin Colon, the first base up. He'll get the plate tomorrow for the day game here, the series finale. That's hit to center. Playable for Gomez. And Liriano picks up another strikeout, otherwise pitches the contact and has a 1-2-3 second inning.
For the Minnesota Twins offense, especially last night, scoring 8 runs. Part of the reason the bottom of the lineup and production that they're getting right now out of one guy, Delmon Young, who got off to a poor start early, but swinging the bat much better. Making an adjustment in his stance, getting a little wider, and being able to have a little more balance and finish through his swing. Balance as opposed to coming back. Very important, guys. He's been squaring up the baseball and driving the ball all over the field. Delmon Young if he gets hot, this offense is really going to go. They could really use him. Guys?
Yeah, thank you very much, Ron. Yeah, Delmon Young over his last 10 games hitting .342, 13 for 38 with 5 RBIs. Well, it's good to see the bottom of the lineup contributing to the Twins' victories.
It'll be Cuddyer, Young, and Gomez facing Snell. And the first pitch over for strike one. Cuddyer said he got through his first game last night after the cortisone shot in good shape. Finger feels fine. 1-1. Look out. Oh, my. Right over the head of Delmon Young.
Seen Cuddyer do this on the road, too. Kind of hold on to that bat and then let it fly. You wonder if that finger is just trying to, protect that finger a little bit. Of course, that right hand on top of the left hand.
And he rolls it up the middle for a base hit. So the Twins, who got a walk and a single with 2 out in the first inning, get a leadoff single from Cuddyer in the second.
A pretty good pitch to hit right here. I mean, look at that ball. I mean, that ball's down and away. Diaz, the catcher, is ready to block it. And Cuddyer just drops the barrel of the bat and finds that hole up the middle. Twins get their second hit.
And now Young. The batting average climbing thanks to a good last 7 games. 1 double, but just 3 extra base hits on the season. High fly on a breaking ball to left field. Morgan goes way back and lost it. The center fielder McCutchen has to come in and make the catch. Morgan went way back by the warning track, and then the international sign for help me, I can't find it. He threw up both arms and McCutchen bailed him out.
Oh, that Teflon baggie was a headache to the Pirates last night, and right here Morgan says, I don't see it. And it was McCutchen that had come all the way from center field. Pirates not used to playing in dome stadiums
or on turf.
Right.
Here's Carlos Gomez. There are no artificial turf fields in the National League anymore. A Chrysler Key stat, 786 games. The last time they played on artificial grass, it was nearly 5 years ago. Of course, Three River Stadium had artificial turf. Riverfront Stadium had artificial turf. Old Busch Stadium had artificial turf.
Yeah, the one in Montreal before the Expos left for Washington.
Philadelphia's had. I mean, the National League was the artificial turf league, if there was such a thing. Gomez takes up and in. Houston with the Astrodome had artificial turf. But there are no fake grass fields in the National League anymore, and just a couple in the American League, and there'll be 1 fewer next year. 1-0 to Carlos Gomez. Breaking ball again, and a pop up to third. Andy LaRoche with the catch, out number 2. Tomorrow's series finale features the meal or no meal deal presented by Linwood Pizza and KQRS FM. You can order a ticket in the Home Run Porch and get a free Dome Dog and soft drink, or you can opt for $5 off a lower reserve ticket. Call 800-33-TWINS or log on to twinsbaseball.com for tickets to tomorrow's game. Well, Snell getting a couple of big outs on breaking balls that looked like they might even have been hung up there. Just the Twins hitters, Young and Gomez, weren't able to drive the ball. And now Punto takes a strike.
Yeah, even though Snell has not won a ball game for the Pirates since April 18th, over the last 10 starts, he's had 5 quality starts. He just has not had a lot of run support. for some games. His last game against the Tigers in interleague play, he ended up losing that ball game 3-1, but he worked 7 very good innings, gave up only 2 runs.
Just off the plate, 1-1. Other than the 1-loss record, the numbers okay.
Yeah, the ERA is high, 5.25. Too many walks in the innings pitched, 38 to 72 innings. But the strikeouts are about what he does over his career. Averages about 6 or 7 strikeouts per 9.
High hopper over the mound, right to Sanchez, who walks to the bag and ends the inning. Twins get a lead-off single, but Kanier does not score. It's still a scoreless game. Red Tees. This is a Minnesota Moment brought to you by Explore Minnesota. Visit exploreminnesota.com. Plan your next Minnesota vacation today. That's the Wilderness at Fortune Bay on Lake Vermilion in northeastern Minnesota. Opened in 2004. It's received recognition as one of the best new courses by several national golf publications.
Oh, it looks beautiful.
Robinson Diaz leading off the 3rd inning, taking ball 1 from Francisco Liriano. Diaz, Wilson, and McCutchen. 1-1. Diaz doing the catching for the Pirates tonight. To right center field. Gomez trying to chase it down. And he gets there in the gap, 1 away.
Well, Gomez has been very busy here tonight. He has already caught 5 of the 6-7 outs. Or excuse me, 7 outs for Francisco Liriano.
5 catches by Gomez and 2 strikeouts.
Yep.
Here's Jack Wilson. Strike 1. Base hit to left for Wilson. A 1-out single for Jack Wilson, making a big turn and holding up at first. Throughout our communities, unique individuals give back in many charitable ways. Mary Lou Crest, LaDonna Hoy, and Amanda Hill are local finalists in People Magazine's All Stars Among Us. Through June 24th, you can vote for one by going to foxsports.com and clicking on the link for All Stars Among Us. The winner from each major league city will be honored before the All-Star game on July 14th, seen only on Fox.
Ladies, good luck.
And there is strike 1 to Andrew McCutchen. McCutchen went down on strikes in the first. This afternoon I was on my weekly radio show up in KFGO in Fargo, and the caller called and asked about Liriano and how much he's lost from what he once was, and it was my theory, and I'm curious what your thoughts are. Doesn't Liriano now have to kind of reinvent himself? He doesn't have the fastball that he once had. He doesn't have the slider, at least it doesn't come out of his hand as fast as it did. Does he need to reinvent himself as a pitcher?
No, I don't think so. I think he just needs better control of that fastball. The fastball's not 94, 95. It's still 92, 93. So he's not that far away from where he was, when he had a great season for the Twins. When he first came up in 2006 and had that phenomenal year. But, the slider is still sharp, but it's the control of the fastball he really needs to have better control of. And that's just keeping that right shoulder in and working both sides of the plate.
1-2 to McCutchen. It seems to me, though, that pitchers who lose 2-3 miles per hour off their fastball almost never get it back. I don't know what you can do to get it back.
Well, most of your strength comes from the lower part of your body, but when you open up as quick as Liriano does, it's hard to drive toward home plate because he opens up so quickly.
That's hit well to left center field. Delmon Young going back, and that ball's gone. A home run for Andrew McCutchen, his first.
Yeah, his first major league home run. It's a 2-run home run here with 1 out in the 3rd inning. All the ball coming back into play, and McCutchen will say, "Thank you. Get me that ball back."
So Nyjer Morgan last night hit his 2nd major league home run, and McCutchen tonight hits his 1st.
Well, you see that fastball right there. It's pretty much belt high, and McCutchen does not miss it. Since being called up from AAA on June 4th, young man has hit in 11 of 13 major league games so far, and his first major league home run.
And Morgan takes low, 1-1. Ron Coomer McCutchen, an exciting young player for the Pirates.
Well, very much so. We watched him run around the bases yesterday. So I talked to John Russell a little bit about him, and just to see what he was doing. Get a ground ball to short, routine play. But John Russell said the thing that's intriguing about him, we all know he can run, but the power that he has in his bat. And I watched him take BP today. I came down while they were hitting, and he was hitting some balls halfway up the bleachers in left field. Not a very big guy, but one of those guys that has that crazy kind of power for his size. You look at this swing, and that's a perfect swing. Especially he stayed tall and drives through the ball. He's going to be one of those guys the Pirates could have around here for a long time.
Yeah, they have him listed at 5'11", about 175. Young 22-year-old showing off some power there.
2-0.
Guys, you look at guys in the league like a Soriano who's built similar, maybe a little bit taller. It's just amazing when you see thin guys that aren't real built. All of a sudden, they just come unglued and hit balls 400 feet like that.
Well, another one, Ron Coomer, is B.J. Upton with the Rays. Built almost the same way.
B.J. Upton, a guy that has great power. You're right.
Yep. Michael Canayer with a catch in right, but it's the Pirates who score a pair in the 3rd. 2-0 lead against Liriano and the Twins. And now Harris, Mauer, and Morneau will take their second at-bats against Ian Snell.
Snell not a fan favorite of the interleague play. He's making his 11th career start in interleague play. He's 2-6 in interleague play with a 5.40 ERA. Again, 1-0 against the Twins.
Harris hit a little pop-up. Freddie Sanchez made the catch in short right field in front of Delwyn Young. The Pirates so far tonight in 2 innings have already lost 2 pop-ups in the outfield. Both of them have been caught.
Yeah, I said Snell is 1-0. He's 0-1 against the Twins in his career. Lost to Liriano back in 2006 at Pittsburgh Stadium, PNC Park.
Off the glove of Snell. He keeps it near the mound and throws him out. 1 down. It might be the prettiest swing in the major leagues. You've probably never seen Joe Mauer swing the way we're about to show you. In different uniforms, different ballparks. A sequence that shows just about every swing is the same.
Great job right there of putting that together. My goodness. I mean, that's, you know, as a pitcher, you think consistency, do something over and over. We just showed you right there. Joe Mauer's swing is so consistent over and over and over. Such a sweet swing. Great balance at home plate.
He had an 8-pitch at bat against Snell in the first inning. And on a 3-2 pitch, he had a sinking liner that Morgan ran in to make a nice play on. Mauer hit it right on the button. Foul back, 2 strikes. Pretty good 9-game hitting streak for Mauer. One and 2.
Well, that's a good pitch right there by Snell. Now see if he repeats it again. He missed hard inside. Now you're ahead of a very good hitter. You don't want to make a mistake here. See if they repeat again. Diaz putting down signs and sitting inside and missing low with that breaking ball.
You see Diaz has got some stickers on his fingers, it looks like, to allow Snell to see the number of fingers putting down for a sign on the backs of his fingers. Two and 2 to Mauer. And another foul.
Oh, nice play by Ryan Hank down there.
Great range to his left.
I told him before the ball game he was going to make some nice plays. Tipped his hat to everybody.
In case the next one's coming at him a little harder, he put the helmet on.
Yeah.
2 and 2 to Mauer. And a little pop up behind third. It's going to be a tough play. And that's a fair ball. It drops for a hit. And Mauer, who hit the ball on the button for an out in the first. It's a Texas League double here in the third.
Well, Morgan, the left fielder, he had no chance to get this ball. The only one that had a chance was maybe Andy LaRoche going down to try to catch that ball. But sometimes a baseball lands in no man's land, and that's exactly what happened here for Joe Mauer. LaRoche just can't quite get to it. You see Morgan right there, the left fielder. He's the one that has to go get it and keep Mauer to a double for Joe, his 11th double of the year, with 1 out here in the 3rd inning.
Morneau walked his first time up. Up and away, ball one. Twins trying to get at least one back here in their half of the third inning.
One good swing, they'll even it.
Down and away, and it's 2-0. After a slow start, of course, Mauer not a part of the team in April on the Firestone leaderboard. Blue Jays with 646 hits. Second place, the Rays. And the Twins right now in third place in the league in hits. 2-0 to Morneau. 3-0 with Kubel on deck. Cardinals have an early 1-0 lead on the first place Detroit Tigers in the third inning. Morneau, green lighted, of course, and he lifts it foul into the seats.
Well, pretty good numbers when Justin has the count in his favor.
Snell handed a 2-0 lead. 3-1 to Morneau, and time called. And now 3-2. A fastball coming inside. Morneau fouled it off the catcher.
Snell making his 14th start. He's allowed only 7 home runs in 72 innings coming into this outing.
His one win coming at home, and on the road hasn't pitched real well and hasn't had much luck. That's punched to left field, and Morgan, if he sees it, will catch it. Out number 2. And that'll bring up Kubel.
Morgan reminds me a little bit of Mickey Rivers, the way that he wears his hat and the way he kind of hangs his arms by his side. He's about as quick as Mickey Rivers was, too.
Another name that came to mind when I saw him, of course, we're seeing him for the first time here, Willie McGee is standing in that left-handed.
He's a lot better looking than Willie McGee.
Well, that's a little harsh.
Oh, have you seen Willie McGee?
Kubel with a sharp single to right, his first time up. Twins hoping he can elevate a line drive and get this game tied up. And Snell steps off the mound. Inside, ball one. Again, the Twins doing very well in interleague play. The Angels are 7-1. The Twins are 6-1. The Rays are 6-1. Pulled foul, 1-1.
Now we did the pick to stick tonight. Who did you pick? Because Jason Kubel is my pick to stick tonight.
I picked Justin Morneau.
Okay.
I picked second. Much to my surprise, Joe Mauer was gone by the time I made my pick.
I believe that was Anthony LaPanta.
Yeah. 1-1 to Jason Kubel. And now 2-1. Snell, not the quickest of workers, especially with men on base. It seems like his pace really becomes more deliberate. Two and 1 to Jason Kubel. Nice block by Diaz. 3-1 with Creedy on deck.
You know, Snell, for some reason, when he came up, you know, he made basically a couple starts, but over the last couple of years, in 2006 and 2007 combined, he was a .500 pitcher for a ball club that really struggled. And then over the last couple of years, you see the record has dropped to 8-19. The biggest difference is the ERA, averaging almost 1 run per game over the last couple of years. And that has the Pirates a little concerned.
Kubel with a swing and a miss.
He's only missed 1 start over the last 4 years, but 64 starts in 2006 and 7 is even .500. Joe Kerrigan right there, the pitching coach. But over the last couple, in 2008 last year and so far this year, just 8-19 combined, with a very high ERA and 44 starts.
You know, young pitchers, and Snell still is that, but a couple years ago when he kind of broke through and looked like he was going to emerge as a really good young pitcher for the Pirates. Kubel with a foul tip out of the mid of Diaz. It's hard to predict what they're going to do in the second year and in the third year and beyond, and that's why, you know, in the Twins case, all these guys last year, with the exception of Liriano, who'd been around, but all these guys thrown into the rotation for a regular turn for the first time. You'd like to be able to count on them, but you really can't, because you don't know until they've established themselves over a course of years.
Well, the biggest talk in Pittsburgh about Snell is that he doesn't work in enough. He likes the outer half of the plate. Now, he made a very good pitch to Joe Mauer, and then, you know, to bust him off the plate, but he did not repeat it. And that's one thing Joe Kerrigan really works on, is trying to get these guys to establish inside and then work away, both sides of the plate.
Kind of the mirror image of what the Twins are trying to do with Liriano, right?
Exactly.
Liriano working inside, and the Twins want him to use the outside part of the play. Inside to Kubel, and he draws a walk, and that'll get Creedy to the plate.
Now, Kubel got a base hit in his first at bat and then a walk, and I think we're going to change that. Pick the stick.
Oh,
no.
We can't change in the middle of the season.
Oh, yes, we can. I think you're going to be outnumbered.
Why? Just because your guys keep getting walks?
No. I'm talking to other guys too. Ron Coomer agrees.
Well, we can't
Max
change in the middle of the
agrees.
season, can we?
Oh, why not? Rules are made to be broken.
All right. Well, my guy walked in the first inning.
You should get a point for that.
Here's Creedy, and he takes strike 1. It says right here, these are the rules. You can't change rules in the middle of the
Anthony
game.
LaPanta came up with these rules. You know, he didn't say walk only because that's all he could ever do was walk. Okay?
When you can't hit, guys.
Ron Cooper, what do you think about that?
Well, when you can't hit, you hope you get a walk, and he knew how easy it was for him in Little League to get a walk. That's why walks don't count. He has they don't mean anything to him.
Do you think that walks should get a point because, you know, you're getting on first base?
Well, they should get a point.
Thank you.
Because that's getting you on base. But we are halfway through, and you guys are begging because you're like 40 points behind me.
Oh,
doesn't hurt to beg.
Got me ribs tonight. 2 strikes quickly to Creedy. Nice block by Diaz. Oh, why don't we break it down further? Make every pitch have some point value. If you get a 2-strike foul, that ought to be worth a 1/5 of a point then.
Oh, that's way too much. Now you're getting too deep. You see right there, Morgan, the left fielder, where he's shading Creedy. I mean, he's giving him a lot of that left field line.
1-2 to Creedy.
Almost tells you that the pitcher's just going to go hard away with everything hard.
And he misses inside off the plate. 2-2.
Creedy got a slider in his first at bat and hit it to center field.
Two and two to the Twins' third baseman. And now a full count with Cuddyer on deck. Third straight full count for Snell in this inning after 2 are out.
He's thrown a lot of pitches here in the third inning. This will be his 29th pitch.
And Creedy laces it foul down the line. So they're shading him to the opposite field, and then Snell there hung a curveball in the inner half of the plate.
Well, 19 pitches in the first, only 10 in the second. And this will be his 30th pitch of the inning.
Runners will go again on the 3-2 pitch. And Creedy drives it to right center field. It'll split the gap and score 2. Creedy with a 2-run double, and the Twins tie it up.
Well, good hitting right there by Joe Creedy. Even though the outfield was shading him a little bit toward right center, he did split that gap out in right center. For Creedy, RBI number 29 and 30 on the year, taking that fastball the other way. Mauer and Kubel score. And Creedy, his 9th double of the year, ties the game at 2 apiece.
And now Cuddyer, who grounded a single up the middle his first time up. Ball 1. And the marathon inning continues now for Snell.
No, I agree what you were talking about earlier. He's taken way too much time between pitches too, and your defense has a tendency to play more on their heels than if you just, okay, let's go, let's move, get the tempo moving a little bit.
Fouled back. Pitch left up, and Cuddyer fouled it straight back.
You rely as a pitcher so much on your defense, and when you walk around the mound like Snell is right here, taking his time to get back up to that pitching rubber, you know, your outfielders play on your heel, your infielders play on their heels.
1-1 to Cuddyer. And a bouncer foul over the head of Scotty Alger.
Ian Snell making his 115th major league start. He has 32 wins, 45 losses in his career. John Russell can only look on in his second season as manager of the Pirates.
Two and two. He just doesn't seem to be in any hurry at all out there.
He and Rafael Betancourt ought to get together. Have a 7-hour game. Betancourt with the Indians.
The 4th straight full count The 3, 4, 5, and 6 batters this inning have all had full counts. And Delmon Young on deck, hoping for a chance here in this already long 3rd inning. And Cuddyer takes ball 4. And Joe Kerrigan comes to the mound, a quick trip.
Yeah, at least he's not walking, he's running.
Trying to pick up the pace a little bit. So Delmon Young will come up with 2 on and 2 out. And Ron Coomer, what have you noticed about Delmon Young and his altered stance?
Well, what they've done is they've tried to widen his base a little bit just so he has a little more balance. And what you're going to see when he comes up to home plate, he's really trying to make sure he's at least the width of his bat with his feet, because he had a tendency early in the season to keep his feet together. And then as he got to the contact zone, which we saw earlier today at a pregame show, he would have a tendency to almost recoil and start fading back because he didn't have good balance. Now in the last 10 days, he swung the bat much better. But as you see, his stance is probably a good 6 to 8 inches wider. Balance much better. He's able to swing around his core, just like our catcher, Joe Mauer.
Big swing and a miss, 1 strike.
Hey, Ron, I know a lot of times, hitters like pitchers, you get into little habits. Is that a habit that he got into? And, you watch video or maybe some good at-bats last year or something.
Well, I think
then you correct it?
Yeah, I do. I think it's a comfort zone. He felt comfortable standing upright with his feet closed, but the result was bad. So you just got to break that comfort barrier and just get to where you're going to be successful, and you got a chance of putting your A pass on the ball, because he's missed a lot of pitches that he usually would square up, and he hasn't done that earlier in the year. The last 10 days, though, I really like the wider stance. He's just so much more balanced. And when he's done swinging, he's still balanced. That's the main thing to me.
1-1 to Young. Twins trying to take the lead after tying it up on the Creedy double. Tapped foul. 1 and 2.
Well, it looks too like he's putting more weight on that back foot when he kind of drives a little bit toward home plate, because it looked for a while there he was everything was off that left leg. And I'm not a hitting coach, believe me, but Ron, he seems like now he's utilizing that back foot as almost, a driving point like a pitcher does over a pitching rubber.
Yeah, Bert, the issue was, you see him right here, he's almost got a little forward lean with his upper body, but at least right now he's loaded, and his bottom half is loaded, and he's able to put that swing on the ball where you're loaded and you're driving to the ball and through the ball, not already leaning forward. See how his weight is back. He gets a little load, and then he drives through. That's very good with the bottom half. He was not able to do that early in the year because of the narrow stance that he had.
Well, it's amazing how one little thing can sometimes turn a season around for an individual.
And the 40th pitch of the inning for Snell strikes out Delmon Young. The Twins tied up, scoring a couple and leaving a couple in the 3rd.
Kevin has done some really remarkable things with this franchise. And I can speak to that as somebody who watched from a distance for many years. He took this team to the Western Conference Finals once, and he made this into a perennial playoff team. And those are great successes in our league by any measurement. And I do not want to engage in any kind of, well, this, that, or the other thing. I truly believe that he did some remarkable things here.
That's our Dodge game break as we begin play here in the fourth inning. A lot of new faces in both the Minnesota Wild and the Minnesota Timberwolves. 1-1 from Liriano de LaRoche, and he whacks it into the right field corner. Adam LaRoche with a base hit. Kadire will turn and fire. This is going to be close. Oh, Harris dropped the ball. A perfect one-hop throw from Kadire would have gotten LaRoche, but instead it'll be a leadoff double.
Well, that little short hop right there with a LaRoche coming in. Maybe Harris took his eye off the ball for a split second. But a great throw by Michael Kadire. So you get on top of that ball right there. Adam LaRoche with a double, his 21st of the year. That ball coming up on Harris a little bit, and then he dropped it.
Here's Delwyn Young. See, that's a play like that to me is one of the things you'll see as a result of interleague play, and you see it the other way too. An American League team, a team that's known Michael Kadire's arm, particularly with the short fence here in right field. The runner might not even try that, especially leading off an inning. And here you got the Pirates. Well, they don't know as much about Kadire and his accuracy of his arm, and they give it a shot here. And you know, by rights, LaRoche should have been thrown out at second base, but as it is, he'll stand there with a leadoff double.
But that's a great effort, great running by LaRoche, trying to take that extra base. Now it's up to Young to try to get him over to third. I mean, Kadire, you know, he has a great arm, but with that finger problem, you take that chance. Kadire sets and throws, and watch the throw right here. Just kind of short hop, come up on Harris, and the ball just trickled out of his glove.
2 strikes to Delwyn Young, and Liriano would love to get a strikeout, and he got it. Swung at a slider in the dirt for the first out of the fourth.
That's a good sinker down and away. A very good pitch right there, and for Liriano, his 3rd strikeout. Take a look at the movement of this pitch right here. This is what Liriano, that's what they're talking about right there. Keep the ball down and away. And Young not doing his job in getting LaRoche over to third.
Eric Hinsky will hit. Inside, ball 1. Hinsky called out on strikes, his first time up. One and one.
Well, you give up 2 runs on the 2-run home run, and then the Twins come right back and put 2 on the board. As a pitcher, you have to go out and put a 0 on the board. That's a must. See if Liriano can do that. Easier said than done.
Especially trying to pitch around a leadoff double, but it's 1-2 now. See, the Liriano of 3 years ago in a situation like this, it was almost as if he was toying with hitters. He'd get 2 strikes on him, and almost at will was able to get the strikeout, or so it seemed. And he's still quite capable of picking up some big strikeouts, and already has 1 this inning. Just off the outside corner.
What a good pitch right there. Home plate umpire Lance Barksdale has been very tight on both pitchers' outer half. Liriano definitely wanted that fastball, maybe a little bit on the low side.
Two and two to Hinske. Got the strikeout, 2 down. You can ask us a question online at carsoup.com/baseball. Barb Lowline from Waite Park, Minnesota, right next to St. Cloud. How many complete games did Bert have?
I had 242 complete games in 685 starts.
It's a little more than once every 3 times you gave the bullpen a day off.
Yeah, that's when men were men. That's when we didn't have the pitch count. We didn't worry about, we pitched.
Yeah, but you rode trains back then.
I know.
And it was,
well, the airplane was just being invented.
1-0 to Andy LaRoche. That's hit well to left. Delmon Young going back, and it's gone, a home run. So Adam LaRoche starts the inning with a double, and Andy, 2 strikeouts later, hits a 2-run home run.
Home run number 3 on the year for Andy LaRoche, as he's met at home plate with his brother. Well, take a look at the pitch right here. Mauer wanted it away, and it came back over the plate. And LaRoche putting the Pirates back up by 2. Now a 4-2 ball game.
Robinson Diaz will hit. Sharply hit, and it skips on 2 hops to Harris. Third out comes 1 pitch too late. The Pirates are back in front by a pair. Chrysler. Ian Snell handed his second 2-run lead, and a first pitch to Gomez fouled straight back. Gomez, Punto, and Harris in the bottom of the 4th, with Andy LaRoche clubbing a 2-run home run. Outside, 1-1, and Snell wants to accomplish 2 things, I'm sure. One, get out of this inning with the lead, but also have a tidier inning, a quicker pace to the inning.
Yeah, 41 pitches in that 3rd inning.
Gomez pulls the bat back, and it's 2-1. Cardinals leading the Tigers 2-1, bottom of the 4th inning. That's significant because, of course, the Twins are chasing Detroit and start the day 2 games behind the Tigers in the American League Central. 2-1. 3-1. The 7th 3-ball count that Snell has allowed. You can see the Twins 2-back. White Sox beat the Cubs this afternoon 4-1. The liner softly hit to Freddie Sanchez, 1 away, and that'll bring up Punto. Aflac trivia question. Last night the answer was Julio Franco. What are the chances that the answer is Franco again?
Aflac.
Not very good. Who was the last Twin to lead the American League in total bases? I'm going to go with Mr. Puckett, who for a couple of years got what, 220, 230 hits with some home runs and doubles in there. Punto watches ball 1. Bob Allison was never that much of a high average hitter. Two and 0. In the 3rd inning, the Twins tied it up after the leadoff man was retired. Punto takes a strike, 2-1. Fastball on the outer edge, 2-2. And Punto lifts it foul, back into the seats. Mentioned before, I did a radio show up in Fargo. And I did it.
You drive all the way up there?
No. And it's significant because I think I did the first live broadcast from what will be our broadcast booth next year. I was in our booth over at Target Field. And I think I made some history. I think we did the first broadcast from the TV booth there this afternoon. Punto drives it foul. I'm happy to report that next year you and I will be able to see pop-ups at Target Field. Something we've never been able to do here. Absolutely gorgeous ballpark. And Twins are doing a lot of things right here. See, we can't see pop-ups because of this thing here.
I didn't know that DQ was right above us.
2-2 to Punto. And another 3-ball count.
Well, you have to go as a starter 5 innings to qualify for a win. Snell has a 2-run lead, but that pitch count mounting at 82 so far.
And a half swing. Punto protects the plate. Next time Joe Kerrigan comes to the mound, they ought to send somebody out to the players and pass around some Red Bull. Give him a little jolt.
No, just give it to Snell.
You think that might do it? Pick up the pace a little bit? Full count to Punto. And he drives it to left. Morgan retreats. Makes the catch, out number 2. Series wraps up with a noon start tomorrow, and it's a Treasure Island Senior Day. Fans 55 and older can get $5 off any lower reserved or upper club ticket. Treasure Island Senior Day tickets must be purchased at the ballpark on the day of the game. So come on out tomorrow and join us at the ballpark. 2 down, and here's Brendan Harris. It's hit to right field, and Delwyn Young makes the catch. So Snell faces just 3 men in the 4th inning, and we head to the 5th with the Pirates up by 2.
As we start the 5th inning, we head up to the Minnesota Lottery Winners Circle with sisters Rachel and Kristen, who get $100 worth of scratch-off lottery tickets for helping to promote getting Joe Mauer and Justin Morneau into the All-Star game. Voting is open right now, and I trust, girls, that you have done your voting.
Absolutely. I even made up a new email address so I could vote more than 25 times.
Good strategy. How confident are you that Joe and Justin will be All-Stars this year?
Very confident. We can't wait to see them there.
And thanks to your support, let's get everyone, Dick and Bert, voting to get Mauer and Morneau, especially Justin Morneau. We need to move him up a little bit there at first base.
Absolutely. Thank you, Marnie.
Yeah, and that All-Star game going to be played in St. Louis, where the Twins will be going on the next trip.
I'm interested to see the new Busch Stadium in St. Louis.
Yep.
The count 2-1 to the leadoff hitter Jack Wilson. The Twins backing up Glenn Perkins with Francisco Liriano. The left-handers are lined up back-to-back in the rotation, 2-2 to Wilson. And Glenn Perkins, who joined the roster and picked up a win last night, joining us from the dugout. Congratulations last night.
Thank you. How are you guys doing up there?
Very good. After last night's outing, how does the elbow feel?
Great. No problems. Haven't really had anything since I took a few days off. I've been feeling good, playing catch, throwing bullpens and all that. So it's nice to be back up here and be back out on the mound.
Well, I was on a disabled list a couple times in my career, and you don't feel like you're part of the team. How did you take your, Fort Myers and all your rehab stuff?
Yeah, I think you feel even less like a part of the team when you're down there in a hotel room watching the baseball games on pitch by pitch, not even getting to see the video. So all I got to see of the guys was what was on SportsCenter, which everyone knows they don't put us on there too much. So we didn't see a whole lot of the Minnesota Twins in the last couple of weeks. So it was tough, but nice to be back and see the guys and like I said, get back out there and get in the swing of things.
Leadoff walk here in the 5th to Wilson, and now Andrew McCutchen, who hit a home run, his first major league home run, and the 3rd to give the Pirates their first 2-run lead. Hey, Glenn, I want to ask you something, because somebody asked me yesterday about who was among the best defensive players in the game, and I mentioned Joe Mauer's name, and I'm wondering your thoughts about. We talk so much about Mauer the hitter, but your thoughts about Mauer the catcher.
Yeah, I mean, if you can believe it, he's probably just as valuable back there as he is at the plate. The way he calls games, the way I think he gets you pitches and receives the ball. He calls games well. He receives it. He blocks it in the dirt. The whole deal. And then he backs it up with what he does at the plate. But you love throwing to him. He gives you a good target, and I think all the guys on the team love throwing to him for sure.
1-0 to McCutchen, and now a strike.
Burke, let me ask you something. A lot of viewers don't know. When you're a pitcher, you pitched yesterday, you sit down. Did you sit down with Joe Mauer and Mike Redmond and go over the Pittsburgh Pirates hitter by hitter?
Yeah, I mean, I think we kind of did a thing, especially with Joe being out in spring training, and not seeing, we saw those guys a few times in spring, and Red had caught him every time. I think he said he caught them every time we played them, and so. I think we sat down and went through them, and we all had some ideas. A guy like this, some of the guys had seen in AAA, this year and last year, and kind of knew what he had, and so you kind of get tidbits from everybody on the team that's seen guys. It all helps, and so you sit down with those guys, you go through a plan, and you kind of know how to execute.
That plan can change from time to time, can it?
Yeah, I think a guy that we noticed was myself was Andy LaRoche. I think he's the younger one. Yesterday, I threw him in his first at bat a lot of fastballs, and he ended up pulling a fastball down the line foul. And he was a guy that in our scouting report said stay away, stay the 4 spot, hard away. And when he pulled that one, I saw that he was definitely looking for a fastball. In last inning, he was looking for a fastball and got one on 1-0 from Frankie. And so I threw him a changeup, and that bat struck him out. And I think his next 2 at bats, he had a quick out his second one, and then his third one, I got him to pop out or to ground out to short on a changeup. So he was a guy that was sitting dead red looking for a fastball, and we changed our game plan as the game went along. And that's the thing, you pitch to a guy 1 at bat, and then you'll go in the dugout, in between innings, and talk to the guys about what to do the next time, if you want to change something up.
Well, we're showing some of your highlights from last night. You worked 6 innings. You had 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, gave up 7 hits, only 2 runs, and a home run right there you allowed. But, I thought the biggest play was in the 5th inning when you got Adam LaRoche to hit into that double play with bases loaded and 1 out.
Yeah, that was the thing. I had the bases loaded. Obviously, you're looking to either get a pop-up, something shallow enough where they're not going to score, or get that ground ball. And, so it's just, you think about making 1 pitch, throwing
just
1
like
pitch.
That.
Yeah, there you go. And threw that fastball down and in and got him to hit it hard enough to Nicky so that the guys could turn a double play. And, it came through. And I think that was kind of a turning point in the game. So it was, definitely nice to get.
You come on, we get a double play. Thank you, Glenn Perkins.
All right.
The Twins, however, are down a couple of runs. Mauer, Morneau, and Kubel will try to change that against Ian Snell. Mauer hit a line drive for an out and a pop fly for a double. Down and in, ball 1. The theory goes in baseball that If you play it long enough, eventually they even out. Well, in tonight's game, Mauer couldn't hit a ball any harder. In fact, he hit it too hard for an out, and then he got fooled on a pitch, hit a little pop up down the line, and it dropped for a double. It evened out right away.
This game never evens out, Dick.
Why do you say that? I mean,
it never does. I think, a hitter a lot of times will say, hey, I should have had 3 hits rather than 2, and a pitcher says I should have had that call, or that ball should have been caught, or I don't know. Does a game ever even out? It's just the game. It's the way the game is played.
1-1 to Mauer. 2-1. What an imposing figure right now to have to pitch to. If you throw it over the plate, he's going to hit it hard. If you don't throw it over the plate, he'll take it. He doesn't. That was a close pitch, and he took it for ball 2.
He's such a good eye at the plate, but you saw him coughing right there. He's not feeling 100%. What's he do last night? Get 4 hits.
Right.
He's kind of coughing in between, swings here. He's not feeling 100%. But he's a professional. And you have to play through good days and bad days. But again, his approach to the plate only helps everybody else in a Twins uniform, because they see his approach night after night. How much hard work he puts into it. The timing.
To short center, and McCutchen comes in to make the catch. 1 away. And Mauer retired to start the 5th. Our Aflac trivia question: who was the last Twin to lead the league in total bases? And I'm going to go with Mr. Puckett.
Or Larry Heisel. Let's go way back when. And it was Kirby Puckett. I just wanted to mention Larry Heisel. Good man.
Morneau leading the league with 150 total bases. Mark Teixeira second at 144. Little roller to second. And Morneau is quickly retired, and now Snell has set down 6 men in a row.
A good pitch right there. Took a little off the breaking ball, and Justin way out front. Made a good pitch at Joe Mauer. Got inside on him, and Joe hit that fly ball to center. Snell at 91 pitches with 2 outs here in the 5th.
Here's Kubel, a sharp single to right in the 1st, and then he drew a 2-out walk and scored on Creedy's double in the 3rd. Strike on the outside corner. Just missing, and it's 1-1.
Snell, 27 years old, signed by the Pirates back in 2000.
One and 2. And now 2 and 2. Diaz getting that white out, or whatever it is, paint, fingernail polish reapplied to his fingers.
Yeah, Manny Sanguillen, when he caught me in Pittsburgh, he did a lot of that because of the shadows behind home plate. Sometimes it's hard to see.
And a called 3rd strike. And Snell, as deliberate as he's been, has put together back-to-back 1-2-3 innings. game reset, and the Pirates have a pair of 2-run homers.
Yeah, McCutchen right there, a 2-run home run, gave him a 2-0 lead. The Twins came back thanks to Joe Creedy's 2-run double. But then Andy LaRoche hit a 2-run home run off of Liriano in the top of the 4th, made it a 4-2 Pirate lead.
Freddie Sanchez with a swinging strike 1 as he opens the 6th inning against Liriano. And there is strike 2. Now the pitch count for Liriano very good. He's trailing 4-2, but this will be his 74th pitch to Sanchez here in the 6th inning.
Well, with the Twins only having 11 pitchers, what they want, Rick Anderson wants, Ron Gardenhire wants, to have his starters go a little bit deeper into the ball game. Taking some of the burden off of that bullpen, maybe 1 inning, maybe 2.
2-2. Fouled back by Sanchez. Of course, the city of Pittsburgh still in the glow of the Stanley Cup championship, winning in Detroit the other night. Just off the plate inside 3-2. Of course, the Steelers are the Super Bowl champs. City of Pittsburgh in the 4 major sports accumulating 14 world titles, world championship titles. Bouncer to short. Harris digs out the 3rd hop and throws him out. You can vote for the All Metrodome team exclusively at twinsbaseball.com. You can log on tonight and make your selections to set the roster of Twins greats that'll be named later this summer. Twinsbaseball.com for the latest in Twins merchandise, single game tickets, and to fill out your ballot for the All Metrodome team. Sanchez retired. Adam LaRoche will hit. Back to the city of Pittsburgh. 14 world championships in the 4 major sports, and 12 times they've won that championship away from Pittsburgh. Only twice have they won at home. Of course, Bill Mazeroski's home run that won the 1960 World Series, one of those. But now when you won the World Series for the Pirates in '79, that was in Baltimore,
that was
right?
In Baltimore, right. Yeah, the Pirates have won 5 World Series. 5 out of 7 times they've been to the World Series. And there's a strikeout right there. Liriano picks up his 5th strikeout. Pirates first won their first World Series back in 2009, then 1909, then 1925, 1960, 1971, and then of course the last World Series by the Pirates in baseball, 1979.
Here's Delwyn Young, and there is ball 1.
The Pirates have not been to postseason since 1992. And the Braves defeated the Pirates in 7 games.
1-1. I mean, that's an incredible run. I mean, just think, in my lifetime, there have been 2 regional world championships, the Twins in '87 and '91. They've both been at home, but almost all the Pittsburgh championships have been won away from Pittsburgh. And the Pirates won it all in 1909. The final game was in Detroit. In 1925, when they beat the Senators in 7 games, the final game was in Pittsburgh, and then again in 1960 when Mazeroski hit the home run to beat the Yankees. 2-2. Sharply hit and past Harris into left field, a 2-out single for Delwyn Young. Of course, the Penguins years ago won the Stanley Cup in a win over the North Stars here at the Met Center, and Mario Lemieux was still playing. That'll bring up Hinske with a man aboard and 2 out.
Well, Liriano has 5 strikeouts, getting Hinske twice. Struck him out in the 2nd, struck him out in the 4th. Good slider right there, down and away.
Hinski's gone down, looking and swinging. Cardinals leading the Tigers now 3-2 in the 6th at Busch Stadium. One strike to Hinski. And a throw to first.
Yeah, Young at first base, 1 stolen base and 1 attempt. Pirates as a ball club, 35 stolen bases in 46 attempts.
Very high. And it's 1-1. Mauer will go to the mound. I was just looking at this 1925 World Series. Pirates and the Senators.
The times, maybe?
Well, no, I was looking. Walter Johnson pitched a complete game near shutout. He beat the Pirates 4-1 in game 1. Then in game 4, he pitched a 6-hit shutout, 4-0. And then it was all set up in game 7. And the Senators gave him 4 runs in the first inning to work with. Johnson got the loss. He gave up 3 runs in the 3rd, a run in the 5th, 2 in the 7th, and 3 in the 8th. And they lost game 7 9-7 to the Pirates. There was a 3 spot in the 8th inning that Johnson gave up. I mean, the Washington Senators were 3 outs away from winning the World Series. And you know why? Because Walter Johnson was over 100 pitches. He ran out of gas in the 8th inning. As plain as day. Check swing. It's a strike. And Young will steal second base.
Well, the couple throwovers right there. Steve Little, I'm sure, on the bench anticipating something. And something did happen. Young got a pretty good jump off of Liriano. He steals his second base of the year. Always like looking at the times of those games.
1-2 to Eric Hinski, and he gets him on a half swing. Hinski has struck out 3 times tonight against Liriano, and the Pirates strand a runner in scoring position.
Well, Liriano's allowed 2 home runs. Let's take a look at the location of the pitches. That fastball pretty much down the heart of the plate. The McCutchen hitting a 2-run home run. And then Andy LaRoche, ball middle in, and LaRoche, like Glenn Perkins was talking about, looking for a ball in, and he got it and hit the home run, the 2-run home run.
First pitch to Joe Crede in the dirt, ball 1. Crede with a 2-run double in the third. It came with 2 outs in the inning, and Ian Snell has not given up a hit since.
He's retired 7 straight Twins.
2-0. You can really see that how shallow McCutchen is in center field. Now, when Crede hit the double in the third inning, he split the gap in right center field, and we know McCutchen is very fast, but it's one of those outfield alignments where the Pirates are almost positioning their outfielders 3 across in a straight line. Crede obviously could drive the ball a long ways. 2-1 here with Crede leading off in the 6th. And again, shading Crede to hit the ball to the opposite field, even though we've known him to be a pretty good pull hitter. Steven Jackson warming up in the Pirate bullpen.
Ian Snell, this will be his 100th pitch of the ball game.
And Crede fouls it at the plate. 2-2.
Snell with 3 walks in a ball game, 2 strikeouts. 100 pitches, 58 strikes.
2-2. Bounce toward the hole, cut off by Andy LaRoche, and he throws to his brother Adam, 1 away. Time for the Quest high-speed pitch, brought to you by Quest high-speed internet.
Yeah, we have Ian Snell at 93 miles an hour. Francisco Liriano topping out at 91.
8 in a row set down by Snell. And here's Cuddyer, who's reached twice. Grounded a single up the middle in the second, and then walked in the third. Ball 1.
Most pitches Snell has thrown in a ball game, you have to go to late April against the Brewers in Milwaukee. He threw 131 pitches in 7 innings. Ended up losing that ball game 1-0.
2-0.
Other than that one start, everything right around 99 to 105.
Fastball in there for a strike. 2-1. And the Tigers struggling to hit. They just managed 2 earned runs against Snell in his last start. 10 hits in 7 innings. Here's Cuddyer driving on to right field toward the gap. Young chasing it, and it's off the wall. Cuddier's got his second hit. The ball bounces away from McCutchen. Cuddyer to third, and he's in with a triple. That time Young went for the ball. McCutchen was going to back him up, but he didn't field the carom.
Wow, he slipped a little bit too on that turf, and right here Young looked like he just went back to just make contact with a wall. Watch Young right here go after that ball and then just kind of jumps into the wall. McCutchen slips a little bit. Cuddyer sees that, and for Cuddyer, that's his 4th triple of the year.
Here's Delmon Young. Infield is back with one out. And Young chops it back to the mound, and Kadires hung out to dry. Tagged out, and Young will go to second base. So Young on the first pitch nubs it back to the mound, and Snell gets the lead runner.
Yeah, Kadire probably thought maybe this ball is over the head of Snell, but Snell leaped up and able to get that ball down. One thing Kadire did, of course, you don't like to get in this rundown right here. Well, watch this pitch right here. Kadire reacting. He thinks it's going to go over his head, but Snell reaches for it. Now he's in the rundown. Now try to stay in long enough to allow Young to at least get to second base in the scoring position. Kadire able to do that, but now there's 2 outs.
And now here's Gomez. Down and away, ball 1, and an important at bat now for Gomez. Twins had a runner at third, less than 2 out. Pirates were pretty much giving him the run, or giving the Twins the run with the infield back. See if Gomez can pick up Delmon Young. Chop, foul, 1-1. As recently as last week, Ron Gardenhire was bemoaning the fact that the Twins have misfired in situations like this far too often. The Pirates were conceding a run. All Young had to do was hit a ball to pretty much any spot in the infield except the mound. Breaking ball wide of the plate, 2-1. Gomez with a pop up to third and a soft line drive caught by Sanchez at second. And now 2-2. Sean Burnett now has joined Steven Jackson in the Pittsburgh bullpen. Two and two to the Twin center fielder. Low on a close pitch, and the count's full.
I mentioned before, Snell, he hasn't really pitched as bad as his record indicates. 1-7. Now 9 of his 13 starts, he has given up 3 runs or less in an outing, but he has only 1 win.
Gomez scalds it on one hop to LaRoche. And he fires across to end the inning. The Twins get a triple from Kadire. Can't cash in, and it's still a 2-run Pittsburgh lead. face the bottom third of the Pirate lineup, starting with Andy LaRoche, who put the Pirates up with a 2-run home run in the 4th. First pitch misses, ball 1.
Well, 92 pitches for Liriano starting the 7th inning.
Chopper to third. Creedy waits for the second hop and guns it across. 1 down. Here's our Dodge game summary.
Well, the Pirates got on the board first in the 3rd inning. Andrew McCutchen with a 2-run home run. In the bottom of the 3rd, Joe Creedy with a 2-run double. That tied the game at 2 apiece. And then in the 4th, Andy LaRoche, a 2-run home run. And the Pirates have that 4-2 lead.
Robinson Diaz takes strike 1. 93 pitches for Liriano, 61 strikes. Busted bat, a little pop-up short right, Punto under it, out number 2. And that'll bring up Jack Wilson.
Liriano's longest outing this year, that came back against the Tigers in Detroit, 7 1/3 innings. His first win of the year back on May 4th. Twins won that game 7-2.
Jack Wilson will hit, with Liriano picking up a couple of quick outs here in the 7th. Ball 1. One and one. Some people think that Wilson might be next ticketed out of town via trade. Luis Ayala warming up in the Twins pen. And Wilson keeps getting hits. He's reached all 3 times here tonight. Takes a big turn, a 2-out single here for the Pirates shortstop. Pirates have a pretty expensive option on Wilson for next year. And there's some thought they might not pick that option up. And if they're not going to do that, they may trade him this summer and try to bring in some prospects.
Yeah, Wilson got a couple hits in 4 at-bats last night and picks up a couple hits here tonight.
Here's Andrew McCutchen, a 2-run home run in the 3rd, his first major league home run. Fouled back, a strike.
McCutchen, the Pirates' #1 pick back in 2005 out of Fort Pierce High School in Florida.
Driven to right, and Kadire will play that on a hop, a base hit. And at second base, Wilson just got back. So a pair of 2-out singles for the Pirates, and Nyjer Morgan will come to the plate.
I'll tell you one thing we have seen tonight, that finger, even though it's, it's been bothering him, he's still got something on that ball. Almost threw out Andy LaRoche, Adam LaRoche, in the 2nd inning or the 4th inning, and right there showed a gun going behind Wilson at second.
Morgan is 0 for 3 against Liriano, and a chance for the pitching coach to talk to the pitcher. Ayala is warmed up. And of course, the Twins would like to get Liriano through the 7th inning, maybe give him a chance to pick up a win here. But if Morgan were to reach and extend the inning, that might be the end of the night for Liriano.
Yeah, and if you're Ayala, you want to come in to start an inning, not into a situation that he has to get 1 out.
Strike 1 as Liriano cinches the outside corner. Poked foul, 2 strikes.
He has a little bit of Mickey Rivers mannerisms at the plate, too.
Yep.
Like that.
John Grabo has been a pretty reliable left-handed reliever for the Pirates. He's warming up now. Liriano trying to strand a couple of runners here in the Pirates' 7th inning. And now 1-2. Sean Henn has joined Ayala in the Twins bullpen. Wild pitch will allow 2 runners to move up. So a potentially costly wild pitch on a 1-2 pitch. Liriano fired one into the dirt.
Yeah, 3rd wild pitch of the year for Liriano. Our setting away, and you see where that pitch is. In front of home plate, bounces away from Joe. He plays the carom, but both runners advance.
Two and two. Little number. Creedy has to charge and deliver and throw in a hurry. Got him. Good play by Creedy to end the inning. No time to spare. And Creedy just barely got the speedy Nyjer Morgan. By Aflac. We've got you under our wing.
There you go, your Mountain Dew fans of the game. Beautiful hair.
Nick Punto on the first pitch tried to bunt it by Grabo, the left-handed reliever, and instead bunted it to him for a quick first down.
Pat Grabo, one of 2 left-handers of Pirates in that bullpen, making his 30th relief appearance. 3-0 out of the bullpen. 29 innings pitched in 29 appearances, 14 walks, 2 intentional with 21 strikeouts.
Going to bring up Harris, who is 0 for 3. Twins didn't get much done against Ian Snell. And now Harris takes strike one from Graybo.
Graybo with a good fastball. He'll mix in a curveball and a changeup in his 7th season with the Pirates.
Two strikes, and that got Diaz. Pirates have gotten decent relief work from their bullpen this year, right in the middle of the pack in the National League. Two strikes to Brendan Harris, and a liner to left, a base hit. Morgan racing toward the line. And Harris now will go to second. He had given up, was going to hold to a single, but then Morgan flipped the ball to third.
Well, Harris hit this ball sharply, and with Morgan shading him like he does Joe Crede toward left center, Harris just kind of hitting that ball, and Morgan having to go a long way for it. He rounded the bag, went about a third of the way, and then he noticed that the ball was coming in toward third base.
A single for Harris, going to second on the throw. And here's Mauer. There's no question that Harris was going to stop after a big turn at first, anticipating a throw to second base. Mauer takes up and away a ball. Mauer with a liner to left for an out, a pop fly double in the third, and a fly ball to center in the fifth. Close to the inside corner, but taken for ball two. With Morneau on deck. Right down the middle. Twins got a one-out triple in the fifth, or in the sixth rather, but didn't score. Now trying to do something with Harris at second and one out in the seventh. That's to the backstop. Harris will go to third, and Mauer will go to first. So a walk and a wild pitch in the process, and the tying runs aboard for Morneau.
Well, Joe Kerrigan going to run out to Graybo and find out what wrong here. Maybe a little cross up, but the ball right over the head of Diaz. Harris advances to third. Diaz may have not seen that ball right there, but hits off the tip of his glove.
Pass ball is charged to the catcher, not a wild pitch. And so Morneau comes up looking for his first hit. Morneau drew a walk in the first inning, and a fly ball to left in the third, and a ground ball to second in the fifth. His .370 average against lefties, fifth in the American League, and in the top 10 rankings in the American League, Morneau is the only left-handed batter listed. Big spot here for the Twins first baseman. Up and in, ball one. He had a quiet road trip, a hit last night, and he drove in a run. And a chance to do some damage in the seventh. 2-0. There is no activity in the Pirate bullpen. This is Grabo's inning to do with it what he will. 2-0. Morneau takes ball three. Kubel on deck.
See if Justin has a green light here or if he takes a strike. And he takes ball four.
And they're loaded up with one out.
Well, one thing Grabo did not want to do, and that was make a mistake to Justin Morneau. Do a little pitch by pitch, a breaking ball that stayed up, and then he went fastball away. Then he stayed away again, even though, you saw Diaz, that ball up and in, and then pretty close pitch right there. And Justin, the second straight walk for Grabo.
And now Kubel. Fans haven't had much to cheer about, but they're standing. Most of them are here. Kubel, as we've told you before, 5 grand slams in his career. Strike on the inside corner with a breaking ball.
Yeah, one of those grand slams came earlier this year against the Angels here at the Metrodome.
One strike to Kubel. Right off the end of the bat, 2 strikes. The only man Grabo's retired, Punto, bunted on the first pitch of the inning. Kubel now trying to hit out of an 0-2 hole. Flipped foul. Little tension here in the 7th inning. Struck him out with a high fastball. 2 away.
Oh, a big strikeout right there for John Grabo. Now it's up to Joe Crede. Well, he went with a breaking ball on a pitch by pitch to get strike one. And then that slider again. And another breaking pitch. That pitch right there is the one that Kubel probably wished he had back. Then snuck that fastball up and in on him.
Creedy's driven in the 2 Twins runs with a double to right center. He's just taken a fastball for ball one. 7 grand slams for Creedy in his career. Nubbed up the line. Grabo backhands it and does a great job pitching out of a jam, and the Twins leave the bases full in the 7th.
Oh, Joe Crede right here. I mean, it's a great play right here, ending last inning for the Twins. Morgan, outstanding speed down that line, and just a bang-bang play at first base. And gets the Twins out of the 7th inning.
Joe Crede hitting it right off the end of the bat, and Graybo's able to get the final out. And now Sean Hand comes out of the Twins' pen in the 8th inning.
Hand last worked on Friday against the Chicago Cubs. Just 1/3 of an inning.
Will face Sanchez, LaRoche, and Young. Strike one.
Well, Graybo working out of that bases loaded 1-out situation, helping the Pirates hold on to that 2-run lead.
Missing inside, 1-1. Splintered bat and a little bouncer to Punto. 1 out. Even when the game isn't on TV, you can still see all the plays and at bats that matter most during Twins squeeze play. A 30-minute condensed version of select non-televised Twins games like tomorrow's game. The Twins squeeze play will be on at 7 o'clock tomorrow on Fox Sports North. Final game of the series with the Pirates. 1 gone in the 8th. Here's Adam LaRoche. Ball 1. Two and 0. Hit high and deep to center. Gomez back at the fence. Gone. A home run for Adam LaRoche. The 3rd home run for the Pirates, and now they lead by 3 runs.
Well, it was his brother Andy LaRoche that hit a 2-run home run in the 4th. Here, Adam LaRoche hits his 9th home run of the year. His 2nd hit of the ball game, and it's a 5-2 Pirates lead. Got a fastball, went straight away center. Good extension right there. Gomez trying to time his leap, but out of his reach. And now Delwyn Young. Swing and a miss. Every Pirate run in this series has been on a home run. The 5 runs today, the 2 runs last night. That's not how they go about business. They don't hit many home runs, or at least haven't. No, they came in before yesterday's ball game with only 36 home runs, the fewest in Major League Baseball. And Sean Henn allowing that home run. That was the first home run he was allowed in a Twins uniform since being called up from Rochester in the middle of May. 2 strikes. And Young turned away. Two and 2. And now a full count. Hinske on deck. And put it right near the outside corner, but didn't get the call. It's ball 4.
Twins celebration of the final season of indoor baseball continues Friday with the Kent Hrbek Legends of the Metrodome bobblehead giveaway. Twins and Astros play at 7:10, and the first 10,000 fans get the Hrbek bobblehead with the pose from his 1987 World Series Grand Slam. For tickets, call 833-TWINS. Ball one. Hinske struck out 3 times against Francisco Liriano.
Yeah, he's happy that Liriano's off that mound, but now he says, okay, boy, now another left-hander. Young stole a base in the 6th inning at first base. And Joe Mauer's going to go talk to Sean Henn. Sean Henn, 28 years old, signed as a free agent by the Twins over the winter. He had spent some time with the Yankees and the Padres before joining the Twins in spring training.
Just off the outside corner, ball one. Hinske, of course, last year with the Rays, spent some time with Boston. Seemed to fill a spare position player DH type role for those teams. Not catching on with the Pirates, where there is no designated hitter, except when they're playing in American League parks like they are tonight. 2-1.
He tried to take a little off that pitch right there and left it up in the strike zone.
After the home run, back-to-back walks. And that'll be the end of the night for Sean Henn.
It's the first time he's walked a couple guys, you know, and that's one thing the Twins were concerned about, is control.
Luis Ayala will pitch next.
It's a home run. It's the 2 walks that followed that ended up bringing in Luis Ayala right here, making his 27th relief appearance. He last worked on Sunday against the Cubs. 1 shutout inning in the Twins' 3-2 loss to the Cubs.
Inside a ball. Andy LaRoche hit the go-ahead home run after the Twins had just tied it in the bottom of the 3rd. Adam LaRoche has added another one here in the 8th. 1-1.
Slider by Ayala right there, evening the count. Good sinking fastball for Ayala. Good slider. We'll mix in a changeup.
Two and one.
Well, the Roaches, of course. Their father Dave pitched for the Twins back in 1972. Had 10 saves for the Twins in 72.
2-1. Chopper toward the hole. Harris cuts it off, throws to Creedy. Got a foot on the bag. Good play by both Harris and Creedy. Creedy had to keep one eye on the throw and try to find the bag with the other eye.
Yeah, that's a tough play for a third baseman because that's a ball that Creedy thought for a second to go and get. Maybe cut across right there, but now he's got to backpedal, keep his eye on Harris, and then try to find the bag. So a nice reaction right there by Creedy, able to just get to that bag just before you see the heel of the shoe getting the bag before the runner can slide in, and that being Young.
Here's Diaz. Half swing. Did he go? Yep. 1 strike. Joel Zamaya's just walked 3 guys in the bottom of the 7th, and the Cardinals lead the Tigers 4-2. Tigers have taken Dontrelle Willis out of their rotation after his control problems in his last few starts. One strike to Robinson Diaz. 1-1.
Yeah, it's sad to say, but Dontrelle Willis needs to almost do what the Twins did with Jesse Crain, is send him down and let him kind of work it out at the minor league level before he comes back up again.
Problem the Tigers have, they really don't have anybody to replace him in the rotation that's ready. They'll have no problem getting him to clear waivers, I can tell you that, because they've got what, 2 more years into him,
right,
and a big 5 or 7-figure a year contract. 8 figures, right? He's getting 10-11 million, I think. 2-1 to Diaz. That's hit to the gap. Not going to be caught. It'll go all the way to the wall. It'll score 2 more. And Diaz delivers a big 2-run double, and all 3 runs charged to Sean Henn.
Ayala left a breaking ball right there, and Diaz did not miss it. His 5th double of the year, picking up his 14th and 15th RBI. Take a look at the location right there. That, I think it was supposed to be a slider or a fastball, but it just kind of came right over that strike zone. And Diaz hitting it sharply. Gomez getting it back in. But 3 runs put on the board here in the top of the 8th inning by the Pirates.
Jack Wilson has reached all 3 times, a pair of hits and a walk. High chopper over the mound. Harris to his left makes the play to end the inning. Twins had the bases full in the bottom of the 7th, couldn't score, and the Pirates scored 3 in the top of the 8th.
Francisco Liriano established his location early in this game. And also, Joe Mauer with a hit tonight continues his hit streak. And our instructional with Bert Blyleven and Ron Coomer will be taking the extra base. We'll look at the offensive side of it and the base runner's role, and also the defensive side of things as that runner tries to take the extra base. So we'll look at all that, plus have reaction from Ron Gardenhire and the Twins after the game. Dick and Bert.
Oh boy, Ron and I will do some running here tonight.
Wow. Here's Michael Cuddyer leading off the 8th. Cuddier's reached all 3 times. A ground ball single up the middle in the 2nd, a walk in the 3rd. Then he hit one to the gap in right center field. It caromed off the fence, and Cuddyer got a triple. Twins did not score there. They also did not score after loading the bases with 1 out in the 7th.
John Graybo out there for his 2nd inning of relief.
2-1. Pirates have pushed the lead out now to 5, and it might be that Ian Snell's going to pick up his first win in nearly 2 months. 3-1. And Cuddyer walks to start the 8th inning.
3rd walk by Graybo in 1+ innings. Oh, Adam LaRoche, remember, trying to take that extra base off of Michael Cuddyer. Great throw by Cuddyer, just short hops Harris. He's unable to hold on to it. That's taking the extra base.
Here's Delmon Young. Young takes a strike. It was Young, after Cuddyer had tripled with 1 out, hit the first pitch on a chopper back to the mound. Cuddyer left from 3rd base and ended up being retired. Young advanced to 2nd on a fielder's choice. One and one. Tapper to 3rd. Good throw by the 3rd baseman, and a double play with Cuddyer spilling Sanchez at 2nd.
Well, good clean slide right there by Cuddyer, trying to break up the double play, but Sanchez hangs in there. Pirates turned 5 double plays in last night's ball game, get their first here tonight. Cuddyer all over Sanchez, and LaRoche on the other end ends up picking it right there at first. Good strong throw from Andy LaRoche.
Yeah, that was a strong throw from the 3rd baseman. And even with that, Sanchez got dumped at 2nd. Strike 1 to Punto. Or to Gomez, I should say. Half swing, 1-1. Off the end of the bat, Adam LaRoche makes a fine play down the right field line. And the Pirates outplaying the Twins here and leading by 5. AT&T, the nation's fastest 3G network. AT&T, your world delivered. And Luis Ayala. If I get it all out at once, maybe it won't happen again. I got the same thing Joe Mauer's got. Cold and yuck. Chopper up the middle. Harris gets the second hop. One down. Twins and Houston Astros play at the Dome Friday night, and it's a Cub Foods Fantastic Friday presented by Land O'Lakes Milk. You can buy a ticket in the home run porch and get a free half gallon of Land O'Lakes milk, chocolate milk, or orange juice. You can call 800-33-TWINS or log on to twinsbaseball.com and purchase your Cub Foods Fantastic Friday tickets. One gone in the ninth. That'll bring up Nyjer Morgan. Ball one. And now 2-0.
You know, we're not televising the game tomorrow, but this Pirate Ball Club has impressed me. You know, last night, pretty good ball game. Twins ended up winning 8-2, but here tonight, the Pirates come fighting back. Very young ball club. Came into this game fourth in the National League in hitting 266 as a ball club. They're pitching right in about the middle of the pack. Very good defensive ball club.
Three and one to Morgan. And he draws a walk with one out in the ninth. And that'll bring up Freddie Sanchez. Sanchez a single his first time up, 1 for 4 on the night. Inside, ball one. Well, the Pirates are right there in position to end a 16-season losing streak. If they win tonight, they'll be 3 games below the 500 mark. Runner goes, and Mauer had no chance to throw out Morgan.
Well, Morgan stealing his 16th base. You're in the top of the ninth inning with a 5-run lead. Might have to remember that.
There's a single to right field, and Morgan will play it halfway and advance to third.
Sanchez picks up his second hit of the ball game.
And now Adam LaRoche.
First baseman
LaRoche with a pair of extra base hits. He doubled in front of his brother's home run in the fourth, and then tattooed one to straightaway center field to get his own home run. And Ayala misses the outside corner. This situation that Ayala finds himself in now, created because of his control problems. The 8th inning unraveled for the Twins because of Sean Henn's control problems. Over for a strike. Now remember, the upshot of Glenn Perkins coming back to the major league roster, and Twins putting Denard Span on the lineup or on the disabled list. All the roster moves have resulted in the Twins carrying just 11 pitchers. 2-2. So down by 5 runs. The last thing Ron Gardenhire wants to do is have to put in a Matt Guerrero or a Jose Maharis simply to get out of the inning. He's got R.A. Dickey warming up in the bullpen in case Ayala continues to struggle here in the 9th. And they're going to the 9th inning in St. Louis with the Cardinals leading the Tigers 4-3. This one to left field. And Delmon Young back, and he makes a running catch on the warning track deep enough to score Morgan. And it'll be a sacrifice fly and another Pirate run in the 9th.
Oh, good running catch right there by Delmon Young, going all the way to the wall and keeping good concentration on the flight of the ball, able to come down with a nice running catch. LaRoche does pick up an RBI, now with 31 on the year. Delmon getting it back in quickly, but Morgan scores from third base.
And now Delwyn Young. Big swing and a miss on a pitch that nearly hit him. One and one. White Sox won this afternoon, beating the Cubs 4-1. Von Joshua's first game as the Cub new hitting coach, and they got him 1 run. Royals are going to lose. They're behind the Diamondbacks 11-2 in the 8th. Indians and Brewers are tied at 8 in the 10th. And as we said, the Tigers are trailing the Cardinals 4-3 in the 8th. One and two. Foul to the screen. And Ayala with an off-speed pitch, can't keep it off Young's bat. Twins will start with the 9th spot in their batting order. Punto and Harris and then Mauer as they try to come back from right now 6 down. 2-2. Ayala's thrown a lot of pitches, 32 of them, 16 balls and 16 strikes. Chopper to Morneau as a tough hop, stays with it. Ayala to the bag, and the inning ends. 1 more run for the Pirates, and they lead by 6.
finish in the 8th inning. And a new pitcher on the mound for the Pirates to pitch the bottom of the 9th. It'll be Steven Jackson, making just his 8th relief appearance. 2-1 out of the bullpen. A very high 6.3 ERA. 7 innings pitched. 6 walks with only 2 strikeouts.
It'll be Punto, Harris, and Mauer to try to get something going here for the Twins, down by 6 runs in the 9th. Ball 1. Two and 0.
Jackson at 6'5", 27 years old, in his first season with the Pirates. Played his college ball out of Clemson University.
3-0. Last week when the Twins were in Oakland, a reminder, nothing is ever, no cause is ever lost. The A's were down by 10 going into this spot, and they made the Twins sweat it out and bring their closer in. Here the Twins are down 6, and they of course want Punto to get aboard somehow. 3-1. And that'll work. Leadoff walk. Back to the top of the order now, and Harris. Harris singled his last time up. Just outside, ball 1.
And Joe Kerrigan going to be running out to the mound again. Jackson claimed off waivers from the New York Yankees on May 18th.
Sean Burnett warming up again. One 1-0 to Harris. Cardinals beat the Tigers 4-3. So the Twins, if they can come back and win this game, will be just a game out of first. Got a long ways to go. 3-0. And a strike.
John Russell talked to Joe Kerrigan right there, and I don't imagine they have a very short leash right there on Jackson.
And a called strike, 3-2.
Well, it's going to be a fastball. If it's a strike, hit it hard somewhere.
And Harris skies it to short center. Wilson out. 1 away. And that'll bring up Mauer. Within this game, fans can be reminded of how difficult it is for anybody to hit 400. Mauer has reached twice tonight. He's walked and doubled. He's 1 for 3, and his average has gone down. Now a 2 for 4 would be a different matter. Punto goes to second, and the pitch taken for a ball.
Now with a runner at second, Jackson wants to make sure he and Diaz are on the same page. What sign do they use with a runner at second?
It'll be interesting what position or what Ron Gardenhire does with Mauer in tomorrow's day game. If he plays at all, it'll probably be as a designated hitter. Taken for a strike, 1-1. Pirates are going to have a left-hander going tomorrow. And so I hate to give Mauer a day off, but Twins have 3 games coming up this weekend. It'll be Zach Duke going for the Pirates and Nick Blackburn for the Twins. 2-1.
Yeah, Zach Duke's been their best pitcher. 7-4, 3.10 ERA in 13 starts.
Twins will see lefty Wandy Rodriguez on Sunday in the Astros series. 2-1 to Mauer.
And Nick Blackburn working for the Twins tomorrow afternoon.
2-2. The closer, Matt Capps, warming up just in case. 2-2 to Mauer. And ball 3. Nice catch by Diaz. Deciding run, a bases loaded walk issued by Joel Zumaya in the 8th inning. The last thing Jim Leyland needs to see is more walks. 3-2 to Mauer. That's to right field. Hit it Delwyn Young, and that's out number 2. And it'll be left to Justin Morneau. Morneau's walked twice today. Morneau walked, got as far as second base in the first, hit a fly ball to left in the third, a ground ball to second in the fifth, and then walked to fill the bases in the 7th. Twins had a great chance to score a run in the 6th, but didn't. And a better chance in the 7th, and didn't get it done. Up and away, ball 1. A high fly to right field, and if McCutchen or Young see it, they'll catch it. And the Pirates even the series with an 8-2 win, and the Twins find themselves back below the 500 mark once again. Quest Twins Live coming your way next with the Twins losing to the Pirates 8-2.